Welcome to day 4 of the Astral Challenge. Today we'll be looking at a kind of meditation I use quite a lot to, once again, we're looking at gaining that traction between mind awake and body asleep. So all of these exercises, particularly in the first half of the challenge, are just getting used to that notion. So today it's what I call the I am meditation. And we'll also be doing a bit of thought release as well. But this is kind of a meditation where I'll just take you straight into it. The whole idea is to allow yourself to kind of drop out occasionally and then center yourself again, which is what I call the I am aspect of you. So if you just close your eyes now and getting used to that notion of dropping into your body, as in just feeling into your body how you're feeling. Once again, allowing the breath to do what it wants of its own accord, not forcing anything. And I love this meditation. So we'll go into a quick relax. You can take your time at home. Once again, I'm just wanting to get these steps to you within 10 to 15 minutes. So if you just put your awareness really quickly to your left foot, I'm moving my awareness now. I'm imagining like a bubble of awareness, which naturally leads to relaxation, moving up to my left knee, moving all the way up now to my left hip. Same thing on the right side, putting my awareness around my right foot, putting it into a bubble, moving this awareness up my right lower leg to my knee. It's expanding the bubble as it moves up to my right hip. This awareness now into my torso, my lower torso, releasing the base of the spine. Really important for all of these exercises to have a relaxed base chakra, which makes sense because we're looking at kind of loosening for the time being that perpetual sense of holding that we often have in the lower chakras. Moving that ball of awareness to the mid-torso. And this includes, of course, awareness and relaxation of the spine, the lower spine, mid-spine, all of the organs and glands, muscles in those regions. It happens quite quickly after a while. Once again, awareness, which is consciousness, equals relaxation, equals expansion. Awareness equals naturally relaxation, which naturally leads to expansion, which is what we're all about. Moving this awareness up to your upper torso, that whole spine, you can imagine the discs in the spine now, just having that bit of extra space, just releasing the clamping that often comes with gravity and the dramas of life on Earth as a human. Your mind is really present as you do this, and this enjoyment of the mind being present when you do this is part of this development of the mind-body split. Okay. Awareness now to my right hand, palm of the hand. Doesn't matter which hand you start with. Just for now, the hand is not having to reach for anything. Moving that to my right wrist, this ball of awareness moving up my right lower arm. As I'm doing that, I'm sensing in, once again, this kinesthetic feeling of my lower right arm as this ball of awareness moves up. Ball of awareness always changing its size depending on where it is in the body. This is very healing in itself as well, up to your right elbow, moving this ball of awareness up your right arm to the right shoulder. And there are so many ways of relaxing like this, and this is just one way of doing it. It's what I call an active meditation, moving your awareness to your left hand, Right now the hand is not needing to grab at anything. Totally content as it is, moving your awareness to the left wrist, up to the left elbow, this ball of awareness up to your left shoulder. I'm moving quite quickly. Across the back of the shoulders, ball of awareness, front of your chest, moving this ball of awareness in your neck, throat, up into your jaw, teeth, gums, into the middle of your head. This awareness now generally into your cheeks, cheekbones, sinuses, eye sockets, eyeballs, eyelids, forehead, plates of the cranium, brain, top of the spine. Body is really relaxed. Mind is very present. We're keeping it pacey. Every breath allows your body to drop out, to just get deep into that sense of relaxation while your mind stays present. So it's very good to do this exercise while sitting. And now releasing thoughts, any thoughts that are on my mind. And they can be anything, like a little visual cue, something that is hanging over from this morning. Anything. I just place it. Doesn't matter whether it's good or bad, is irrelevant. Just placing these thoughts. The bubbles are releasing them quite quickly, like petals blowing off in the wind. There's no effort required, for in reality there is no gravity. We don't have to push any bubble out of our aura, it naturally floats out. So anything that's on my mind, I'm thinking of my puppy at the moment. We haven't had too long, so when you get these new things in your life, they tend to occupy your mind quite a bit. As you're releasing these thoughts, interesting to note into the notion that, or to move into this notion that your thoughts are not actually you. They're occupying forces. Not saying positive or negative, they're just occupying forces. We're like signals receiving certain thought frequencies. All of these thoughts that we have, that we think are ours, actually all belong to the Akashic, which is everything that has ever happened, is happening, will happen. This is not to belittle the thoughts, but it's just our focus, our awareness, our signal that we're giving off, depending on our evolutionary state and how we're feeling. So these thoughts we release bit by bit. We're not going to lose our sense of self, our sense of responsibility, our sense of what we have to do later, but right now releasing all of these thoughts in bubbles. As I said earlier, if it's the same thought, releasing it again, and each time it has a little less traction in your mind. So thoughts and mind are not the same thing. Our mind perceives thoughts, but our thoughts are not us. And after a while you just start to feel pretty good. You'll note that these exercises we do, we're actually tapping into that benevolent energy of the cosmos that is feeling good. It's not an add-on. As we rid these things out of our field that are not truly us, we tend to feel better. This feeling good, for want of a better expression, is one of the levers to the astral condition as well. This conscious feeling good while your body drops out. So mind is feeling less cluttered, less occupied by these thought forces. Allowing the breath to do what it wants, remembering that the body has its own hard drive with its own built-in programming. And just allowing the body to release this superficial tension. My mind is really present, enjoying the experience. I lift my eyeballs slightly upward in my head, which is really good to do. Putting your awareness now into your heart chakra. And as you do so, this feeling of, imagine a beautiful white ball of light. Imagine a star, actually like a sun. If we were looking at the sun beyond the Earth's atmosphere, it would be very white, very bright, pulsating, beautiful white light, tinged with gold. Imagine now your very heart corresponding with your heart chakra, which runs along the column from above your spine through the spine and out the base of the spine. So the energy column runs roughly along the spine. Correlating on this column with the heart is the heart chakra, this beautiful star that is starting to pulsate with your awareness. It's like you're blowing upon an ember in a fire, rekindling this sense of greater self, this sense of cosmic self. The astral body is actually, the word astral comes from the Latin word astra, meaning star. So the astral body is our star body. Chakras speak directly to the astral body, and these chakras are actually stars. They're like stars. Your heart chakra pulsating with light, expanding. Same in your throat chakra, expanding, white light. Solar plexus expanding, white light. Middle of your head, star expanding, white light. Sacral, star expanding, white light. Crown, very top of your head, star, chakra expanding. Base of your spine, same. Expanding above your crown, many chakras expanding. Below your base, many chakras expanding. On your next out breath, just sensing a whole aura really full of this vibrant field of white light as your chakras unite, centered in the heart. Feel this pulsation of the heart chakra within your field that is so bright. This beautiful aura around you, so bright with light. Now the astral body sits just around the physical body, not vice versa. Imagine this aura taking a slight shape of your body, as in it's like a light version of yourself, roughly. And this kind of sits around the physical body, okay? Eyeballs moving slightly up in your head to retain full awareness. Imagine this beautiful light body sitting around you. Now, right now, we're just going to think of that. Focus on our heart. Feel our field absolutely pulsating with light. Focusing on your heart. And here we play a game of, it's almost consciousness fishing. If I speed up the process, of course, normally no one would be talking to you while you do this. So you can really, and in my workshops I do online and in person, we have more time to space this out, and I can keep an eye on you and pull you back. But if we fast forward this scenario, focusing on the heart, sitting up reasonably straight, what happens is that you start to allow your mind to slightly wander. And bring it back to the heart when you feel it's wandering too far. When you bring it back to the heart, you can also raise your eyes again in the socket slightly up, just about 5 or 10 degrees. Moving my awareness back to my heart and deliberately letting my eyes relax, my body relax, no thoughts. My awareness is generally on my heart chakra, that beautiful pulsating ball of light. But as I sit here, I deliberately allow myself for the mind to wander fractionally. And after a while, this gets really easy when your body's really relaxed. But what happens is, and you'll find this happens, you kind of fall asleep, you slightly nod forward because it's very quiet where you are. Maybe you've got some relaxing music on. Your body's feeling so relaxed and calm. And the mind starts to unravel a little bit, which is optimum. And then all of a sudden, that's why I've got to do sitting, as I fall forward slightly, I catch myself and bring my awareness back to center. As I do, I remind myself what I'm doing, and I catch myself in this space of clarity. It's like a central space of clarity where everything comes in. You can really only experience it when you do it. It's really easy to do. So often when I'm meditating, say for 10 minutes, I might catch myself, say 7 or 8 times. So I get very relaxed to begin with. Go into my heart chakra. Feel that expansion of light. Allow my mind deliberately just to sort of generally focus on the heart region and the light, but then I allow it to kind of slump a little bit. I allow my eyes to relax. And then I may sort of catch myself falling forward. I come back to center, and for that first split second, and my eyeballs go up slightly as well. For that first split second, I feel that real feeling of centeredness and what I call I amness. And that feeling of that golden capital letters I am that I am. That notion that I am the cosmos, essentially. I am. I'm not lacking anything. I'm not a separate entity. I'm not this. I'm not that. I'm not who. I am the cosmos. So each time I catch myself slightly dozing, I bring my awareness to that absolute present moment of the now. Now, as soon as I'm aware of that, when I become more conscious of what I'm doing and I feel that sense of nowness, we're then moving back into the temporal reality of time. And we tend to lose that state quite quickly, because then that aspect of the now that I just had moves into the past. So being a human 3D person, the now is a little bit like being strapped to the minute hand or the second hand of a watch and constantly moving with it. So all you can do is capture these moments. In the astral, that moment expands. There is no time in the astral. That's why it's hyper real. There is no temporal reality. So there's not a sense of linear movement of past, present, and future. You're just in that expanded drop of time. And that's why it's so blissful. So each time you do this exercise, you do this meditation and you fall slightly forward, you wake yourself up, bring yourself to that moment of I amness, just that golden pearl of centeredness. And that is reminding and blowing upon the embers of your astral body. That body that is beyond time and space, that body of bliss, that body of higher consciousness, that body that taps into these higher states of being. And so that is, this exercise gives you moments of that. It enables you to gain traction with your higher state of being. And you actually want to practice it. Okay, it's really enjoyable. As I said, this whole thing of this challenge is that I found that many of my students, they practice for a week or so, a couple of weeks, they get a few experiences, but then they lose it. And you tend to get pulled back into the mundane reality, which is what life's all about. And it is about embodying these experiences. Once you have an out-of-body experience or a very clear astral vision, that is this hyper-real state and this incredible sense of connectedness, it changes who you are. And it changes your perception of life, and you take that with you forever. That is the beauty of this experience. So that sense of the I am, that sense of that I am beyond the body, I am beyond my story, I am beyond this mortal framework, is so liberating. So this meditation I call the golden I am meditation is kind of the heart of my process of getting into the astral. I love it. I love to do it. It's touching home. It's sensing into what I am rather than the who I think I am. So try practicing that. Do it after a while. I just do it for a few minutes and I feel into it. It's such a grateful meditation. It's done sitting is better. Where if you fall forward, you don't want to be fully relaxing or reclining. Try that one out. It's a gem. And you'll get fantastic results, and you'll really feel that notion of the now that so many people talk about, that I amness, that being utterly present, which is so beautiful in itself and a great springboard to the astral. So enjoy that one. Look forward to hearing how you go with it, and I'll see you on day 5.